Live. Oh, no. Yeah, now we're live.
Yes, now we're live.
Okay.
Apologies to you. We had a slight technical problem, but now we're here with you. So hello, my name's Craig from mansioninglés.com and also from inglespodcast.com. And I'll let Mónica introduce herself. Hello, Mónica.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Mónica Stocker, as most of you know, I suppose. And my page is Blog para Aprender Inglés. That's the old blog. And the new blog is Blog del Inglés. And we teach lessons on Skype. English lessons is EPI. That is El Blog para Aprender Inglés. This is an acronym of El Blog para Aprender Inglés. So we have our loyal students here, Claudia Marcella Monticello, Gemma.
Hello. Hi, Gemma. Hi, Claudia.
Gemma. Thank you for your loyalty. Good to see you, because we pay attention. I pay attention to Gemma a lot, what she's been doing. Okay.
Yeah, Gemma's a really good student. She really studies hard.
She's always here. And I wanted to send her an invitation for Skype lessons if she wants. Free Skype lessons that I do 3 times a week.
Oh, she'd love that.
I talked to her. I also got Fabian into, remember you had this student?
Yes.
And one of the free groups, and we're starting today after this session. Okay?
Oh, wonderful. Fantastic. Well, I know you have a hard finish today at 8 o'clock, so let's get started. Today we're speaking about do and make, which can be a problem for Spanish speakers because hacer in Spanish could be do or could be make. So that creates a whole list of problems when it comes to choosing the collocation, things that we do and things that we make. So what we'll do, we'll divide do and make into 2 groups and explain and give you some advice and tips when you can use do and when you can use make. And at the end, we'll have a short quiz and see what you remember.
First example, do homework. And usually when we talk about work, jobs, or task, no? So do homework. This is a task that you have to do when you go to school or when you're studying English. So you do homework. So it's easy to remember. What I usually say is a repetitive activity, the activity that you do all the time. That's for me the way to remember that is do, like in the case of do exercise. Okay, another example, Craig?
Yeah, you do projects. I'm doing a project at the moment. I'm doing an internet project. So that's another strong collocation, to do a project. And one that is sometimes confusing is research, investigaciones. You don't say make research in English. That doesn't collocate, doesn't go together. So we do research. And at the moment, a lot of scientists are doing research into the coronavirus. They're trying to find a cure or a vaccine for the coronavirus. So they're doing a lot of research into it. What other collocations are there?
Collocations for housework. So do the ironing, do the shopping, do the cleaning, do the laundry, do the cooking, do the washing up. Okay, this is quite boring. But again, I said my tip for this kind of thing is a repetitive activity. You do it all the time. If you don't have somebody to help you at home, you have to do it. You do the cleaning, you do the laundry. So it's something that it keeps coming back. It's like a nightmare.
especially the ironing. I hate doing the ironing. In fact, one way to remember it, apart from Monica's suggestion, is to think of everything in the house that's a tarea, that's a task you do, except the bed for some reason. And we'll look at make after. But for some reason, and we were speaking about this before we went live, but why do we say make the bed and not do the bed? Because it's another household task. But we say make the bed, but everything else, as Monica said, we do in the house.
And I remember there's an anecdote I'm going to tell that I don't like to iron, but I do the ironing every now and then. But my brothers, I remember they didn't like to iron. So what they did was their trousers. They took their trousers and they put them under their mattress, and they slept for 1 week.
I used to do that. Yeah.
So you don't do the ironing. You just use a mattress, put it under, sleep on it, and that's it. Then later you have them very straight trousers.
And another thing I used to do, I hated ironing. So when I wore a jacket, when I started teaching, I wore a jacket, and I only ironed this part of the shirt that you can see. And I never ironed the sleeves, and I never ironed and I just didn't take off my jacket, kept my jacket on, and it looked like the shirt was ironed.
It was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable because if you cannot, it's hot and you cannot take out your jacket. It's uncomfortable.
Let's say hi to a few people who have joined us. Hi to Claudia, hello, and Katia from Costa Rica. Wow, hello, Katia. Stella has joined us from Argentina, and Berorin from Brazil. I hope you're doing okay in Brazil. I know it's very problematic in Brazil at the moment with the virus, so stay safe. Rolando, hello. And Berorin is Venezuelan, but living in Brazil. Olga has joined us from Barcelona. Hi, Olga. Georgia from Castellón. That's not too far from here. And Claudia, Alejandro, and Monica. Monica says she loves your name, Monica.
Same name.
Victoria from Guatemala. Hello. Stella. Sensi from Spain. Hi. And Anna correctly says we do business. Yes, we do. We do business, but we make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Paula from Mexico is here. Hi, Paula. And Claudia hates ironing too. Yeah. And my friend Anna from Segorbe is saying hi. Hi, Anna. Thanks for joining. And Rebecca. Well, hello to everybody. So let's continue. Where were we? Doing the housework. So yeah, most things in the house we do. Also, activities in general, Monica, we do, don't we? Can you give us some examples of general activities that we tend to do?
General activities, will just do something.
Do something.
Or do nothing. Do nothing or do everything. I usually do everything. Once we finish having lunch, we always have a kind of debate.
Who's going to do the washing up?
Exactly. And I do everything. Everybody says, I do everything. I did everything. I was cooking. I was cleaning already. You haven't done anything. We always have these debates or kind of arguing, like, because there are some rules. We have some rules, but I'm not going to tell any names, but sometimes we don't comply with the rules. Yeah. So do nothing, do everything. Also in the past, she didn't do anything.
Or you might hear, hurry up, I've got things to do. I've got lots of things to do, just in general. Is there anything I can do to help you? Can I do anything? Or do what you like. I don't care. So when you're speaking about things in general, use do, not make.
Not make, because make is more for making things with your hands.
Exactly.
Okay. And then we can also use do to replace a verb when the meaning is very clear, no? Or obvious. For example, do I need to do my hair? To do my hair means to brush your hair or to comb, you know? I think I need to do my hair a little bit because I've been working all day and I haven't really had time to do my hair. And you have it easy because you have it very short. But sometimes when I move my hair, it needs to be done. So brush instead of needs to be brushed. Okay.
So you're replacing a verb with do. And also I hear sometimes people say, oh, I need to get my hair done. And there's the causative use there, to get something done. But what they're really saying is get your hair cut. but instead of the verb cut, you use do. So I need to get my hair done. I need to go to the hairdressers. And we said before, things in the house you do the dishes, you do the cleaning. When you say do the dishes, that's really replacing wash the dishes. So you're washing the dishes, you're doing the dishes. Again, you're replacing the verb with that do.
The same with kitchen. I have to do the kitchen. For example, if you still, well, in Spanish, sometimes we do that. Like, tengo que hacer esta habitación. What they mean is to clean. Okay, so to clean the kitchen. And that's also not a task that you enjoy, usually, because it requires a lot of work. So if you have to do the kitchen, do you ever do the kitchen? I do
the kitchen every day because my wife cooks.
So you do the kitchen. Yeah, the one that cooks
does the cooking. You can change the verb cook to a noun and use do the cooking, do the cleaning. So she does the cooking, and I clean up. I do the dishes. I do the kitchen after she's finished cooking. Yeah, that's what I do.
So you share.
We share the tasks.
The house.
So if it's a task, we generally use do. And I think we'll move to make, and Monica, unless you have any more comments on do. Shall we go to make?
No, I think we can go to make. So
when do we use make?
Yeah, I was just saying before, producing, constructing, creating, or building something. Okay, so you're using usually your hands, but it's not all the truth. Okay, sometimes there are collocations, and that's why it's so difficult, because if it were a straight rule like this is make and this is do, would be very easy. But there are many collocations, so words that go together and it doesn't make sense. So let's start with this desk is made of wood. Okay, está hecho de madera. Okay, it's made of wood. And another example?
Well, what's wine made from? Wine's made from grapes. And you often use make when you're creating something. If you're making furniture, you're creating furniture. So you make a table from wood and you make wine from grapes. So this idea of creating things is often connected to make. Again, these are not hard and fast rules. There are exceptions, but they may help you to separate those two verbs when you're using do and make. So just think of making as creating things, especially when we speak about food, creating lovely food and drink. So we often make breakfast, make lunch, make tea, make dinner, make a salad, make a sandwich, anything connected to food and drink. Also make tea and make coffee or make a cocktail as well. You're creating it.
Another tip is that whenever you buy something, it says made in China. Most things up to now
these days,
yeah, but sometimes it's very difficult to find something that it was not made in China. No, so that's also a very good idea to use that, to remember that make is with the hands, because it's always on the labels when you buy clothes, when you buy electrical appliances, almost anything that is made in China. So
that's true. We also use make often when we want to produce some kind of reaction or action from someone.
Yeah.
For example, I can say that sad films make me cry.
Or make me laugh.
Or make me laugh. And we hope that this podcast makes you laugh a little as well. We hope you find this funny. We hope it makes you laugh.
Yeah, of course. You should listen to Craig's podcast. Podcast Inglés is like, or Inglés podcast is the other way around. No? Inglés podcast, because it will make you laugh. Sometimes it will make you laugh. Sometimes
it will make you cry.
Cry because probably you will be bored. No, I don't think so. I think
especially when we talk about phrasal verbs.
Phrasal verbs are very boring.
Does that make you cry? Phrasal verbs.
Sometimes but if you learn them in the context, it's much easier. I never really knew what the phrasal verbs were. until somebody said, "Oh, that's a phrasal verb." Oh, I didn't know. Because I learned English right and just using it. So what else do we have for action or reaction? Make someone do something.
Make someone do something. Forzar.
Forzar. So they made me do this video, but I really didn't want it. It was him. It was Craig that made me do this video. I wasn't sure I could do this. I was thinking, can I go live? Really, I never really was too sure that I could do a video like this live. I always did videos before, but not live. No? So he got me into this. He made me do it.
I made you do it. Monica says that our podcast makes her happier. Well, we're very pleased to hear that. Thank you, Monica.
Oh, good. Monica Marquez. I wasn't saying that. So it was
we also use make before some nouns when we speak about plans and decisions, because we make arrangements, don't we? How would you say that in Spanish, Monica, to make arrangements with someone?
Oh, but make arrangements is not exactly arreglar. Sí, es como, quedar. It could be, we have to make arrangements to meet or to have a meeting or to, we don't use that expression like this. You don't say arreglos, no? Es another expression, o quedar, o tener una cita, or I don't remember, but maybe somebody, usually we get some feedback that is quite good. Sometimes people know it better than I do in Spanish.
But it's very useful for giving excuses if someone wants to meet with you and you have un compromiso in Spanish, then you would say, I'm sorry, I've made arrangements. I can't meet you for coffee. I've made arrangements with a friend. So you make arrangements and then you have arrangements. You can have an arrangement with someone, which means you have a meeting. You're meeting someone.
Look, Ana Belén says preparar, make arrangements. Claudia says concertar una cita. Yeah,
concertar una cita, yeah.
Preparar. I have to make arrangements. That's good, Ana.
That sounds good. Or you could just say, I've made plans. I've made plans to meet a friend. So make arrangements, make plans. What other things are...
Make a decision. Oh, this is funny because make a decision, most people in Spanish say take a decision, because in Spanish is tomar una decisión. So most people, but it's not wrong. Take a decision is also possible, but for me it's more common to say make a decision. That is why we say make a decision, because it's more frequent only. But you can say also take a decision. Or do you think there's a difference between take a decision and make?
No, I agree with you. I think, both are correct. I would probably say make as well. I would say make it. I've made a decision. Why did you make that decision? Yeah. But take is possible too. Or also, if you go to a restaurant or a hotel, you need to make reservations. That's another strong collocation. I made reservations, but I needed to cancel my reservations this summer. But we did make reservations in a restaurant, in a hotel.
One of the things is that you have to repeat it many times, because the next time, I always say the brain is like a runaway horse, because every time you say is make reservation. Next time you call, you say, I want to do a reservation. it was make. It always happens, you know. That's why you have to repeat. And also another one is make a choice. Make a choice. Make a choice sounds very much like a speech of politicians or a song. I don't know why I relate this to a politician. You make the choice. You have to make choices in life.
Yeah. Of course, you could also use the verb to choose. You can say, I chose to do this. I chose to buy this shirt, or I made the choice to do it. So
it's different because
either the verb or the noun.
Sorry, I'm stepping on the speech. Choice is a noun. I wanted to say choice is la elección, ¿no? Escoger. Elección in Spanish would be hacer una elección. Make a move. I like that. Can you explain that? To make a move.
Yeah, make a move, which basically means move. So you have the verb to move. I I move to do something. You can make a move. An example would be politicians are waiting to make a move to become the leader at the right time. So you make a move to do something.
But this is figurative. In a way, it's figurative. Make a move in this case,
yes,
figurative, but because what you're thinking is a strategy to get somewhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so when you make a move, it's like, I can make a move to Craig. Like, if I want to get something from Craig and I don't want him to know this, I will make a move. Maybe ask his wife and says, look, I'm good with it. This is a move. No, you make a move. No, it's figurative. I'm not really moving. Maybe I can make a phone call. I'll make a phone call.
That's another collocation. Make a phone call, yeah.
Yes. So make a
suggestion is another strong collocation. I'd like to make a suggestion. Again, you can just use the verb to suggest. I'd like to suggest, or I'd like to make a suggestion. Very similar.
And make a recommendation. Can you make a recommendation on a series on Netflix, for example? Make a recommendation. And you can also use recommend. Okay. I recommend that you go to that restaurant. Okay. So, but make a recommendation.
And also make a start is another verb that you can collocate with make when you use the noun. So all of these we've just mentioned are really about plans or decisions or actions. Make arrangements, make plans, make a decision, make reservations, make a choice, make a suggestion, and make a start.
Can you give me an example with make a start?
Yes, we're going to broadcast at 7:15. Now it's 7:15. Let's make a start. It means let's start. We're just using the noun instead of the verb. That's all it is.
Why does it have to be so confusing? Because there are so many ways to say the same.
That's a good question.
Let's start, and that's it. Or let's kick off.
Let's kick off. Let's use a phrasal verb and really confuse people. Let's kick off. Let's kick off means let's make a start.
It's the same.
So we've looked at uses of make with plans and decisions. We can also group uses of make with speaking and making certain sounds. For example, you make a comment. And again, you can comment. Comment is also a verb, but you can make a comment.
Or make a suggestion. The same, similar idea. To suggest and make a suggestion. It's like make a recommendation also. Or I like this one, so I'll take it for myself. Make a noise. Make noise.
My computer's making a funny noise. What's going on? It's making a noise. It's making us. Don't make a sound.
Make a noise.
Anna Belen in the chat room is saying make love. That's correct. You make love, you make war, and you make peace.
It's everything with make, collocations. Why? We don't know. It's just like that. It's spontaneous generation. This is languages. Languages are spontaneous generations. It's because people say that way, the things that way.
And Pedro says make an effort. That's also
make
correct.
An effort, also very common. And this is another problem. You have to repeat it and repeat it because it's very likely that you say, oh, I just did an effort. No, I just made an effort.
And Edo's just joined us. I think he said, make my bed. We spoke about that earlier. The bed is kind of the exception in the house. So you do most household tasks, but you make your bed. So yeah, very good, Edu.
Yeah. So I like the one of, we have make a phone call, make a promise. Do you often make promises?
I make promises to myself, but I don't often keep them. So you make a promise, then you either keep it or break it. And usually when I make a promise to myself to do something, I very often break it. I'm not very good at making promises to myself.
I don't like to make promises because whenever you make a promises, you run the risk of not fulfilling that promise. So break the promise.
Yeah.
And make a speech. When was the last time you made a speech?
The last time I made a speech was in March. At the beginning of March, I made a speech at a conference. So that's another common collocation.
What did you talk about? I want to know. I'm curious.
It was if you're interested, I'll tell you, it was a conference about editing podcasts, and I made a speech about how to edit podcasts from an English teaching perspective. So when people use ums and ahs and those filler words and disfluencies, what should be edited out of the podcast and what should be left in. So I was helping editors, professional editors. It's a very open subject. So generally speaking, that I just said, you could remove it because it didn't add anything to the conversation. So these ums and the ers and the ahs, maybe we'll speak about that another week because it's quite an interesting subject. Filler words, and it can be a big problem with people learning English, even though it can be a big problem with native speakers
also like okay.
So maybe we'll speak about that another week. But
you know. Oh, we could speak about that.
Yeah, crutch words. Yeah.
This is I have a theory about this. Okay,
filler. Well, don't tell us now, Monica. Keep it. Save it. We'll do a Facebook Live maybe next week or the week after.
Okay.
So yeah, make a speech, and you can make an announcement as well. The Prime Minister made an announcement on the radio.
Yeah.
For example.
And an announcement also in a company. Your boss says, "I'm going to make an announcement. People, come here at 5:00. Everybody has a free afternoon." Oh, and you're very happy. So make an announcement, and then
Rodolfo says, make money, make friends, and make some coffee and make noise. All correct.
Very good.
And Pedro, make trouble. We haven't mentioned. You can make trouble. How would you say that in Spanish? Hacer líos?
Yes.
Hacer problemas?
Sí. Well, hacer problemas no. Dar problemas es generalmente.
Dar problemas.
Yes. And subtitles for the deaf. What is it? You want subtitles, meaning that you cannot hear. Make a call. Yeah, I said make a phone call. Yes. Okay. So make a mistake. That's another one. Rocío, thank you, Rocío, because that's very common. Most people also confuse that and say do a mistake, which is not. Oh, Maria, nice to see you here. I was missing you. Causar problemas. Good, Pedro. Yes.
Yep.
Make trouble is causar problemas.
Make trouble. Don't make trouble. Behave yourself.
Okay, so we have the quiz now, no? We're going to ask.
Just one more thing before the quiz, because just to mention again that make is very common with food and drink, preparing food and drink. So you make dinner, lunch, you make breakfast, you make a sandwich, you make a meal, you make tea, you make coffee. So remember that. Make a cake as well. Monica, when was the last time you made a cake?
You got me. First of all, a long time ago, because first of all,
during this lockdown, you haven't made any cakes?
No, I can add sugar. And can you imagine a cake without sugar? So my husband makes the one in charge of making cakes, and I'm not supposed to eat them even.
Right.
So you cannot make a cake with saccharin. It tastes awful. So this is why I don't make cakes.
Can you eat honey?
No. Neither.
You can't eat honey. Okay.
Anything that not even fruit. Very little fruit.
Okay.
Low sugar and also fruit. Okay, makes sense, Paola. That's very good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tiene sentido. Makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why are you saying that? It doesn't make any sense. So we have more or less, I think we covered everything we were going to talk. And then we're going to ask you people we're going to do this quiz.
So we're going to have a quiz. We're going to flash a word on the screen, a noun, and you need to write very quickly in the chat box, do or make. So what verb do these nouns collocate with? Do or make? And please write your answer in the chat room. Are you ready? Here's the first word. Homework. Do or make. Is anyone writing? I can't see.
No, I just wanted to say that Eva wrote, do my best. She put it all together, so I couldn't see the word. I thought it was another word. So do my best is also very good. Example. I'll do my best. Lo intentaré hacer lo mejor posible. I'll do my best. So, okay, I see the answers. Okay. I see some answers, 3 answers we got there.
Yeah, most of you got that. That's very good. That's definitely do homework.
Okay, very good. Very good. Very good students we got here.
Are you ready for the next one?
Okay, reservations.
In a restaurant, not many
Sarah.
people.
Sarah, be careful, Sarah.
Ooh.
Rocío, no. No. Are you answering the first or the second? We're on the second, no? Yeah, Maleja is right. Also, Brenda.
Let's show the answer. Make reservations. Yeah, I need to make a reservation at a hotel. I need to make reservations for dinner tomorrow night.
Make. The answer is make. Okay, make reservations. Good.
Okay, this is one we mentioned at the beginning. The next word we said when we first started today. Let's see if you remember the collocation with research. Do or make. Investigaciones. What do you think?
I don't know. A ver.
Any answers yet?
Certainly, Sarah, I don't know if they're answering for research, but Sarah's not right. And
Brenda's got it.
Brenda. Let me see. I
no,
lost.
Gemma, it's the other one.
Maria's got it. Monica's got it. Brenda. Fede Spagnoletti.
We do research. We do research. Yeah, scientists are doing research to find a vaccine at the moment. Doing research. Next one's easier, I think. You probably know this one. A mistake.
Oh, I just said it. Yeah. Flavia, I'm seeing you. Flavia is do. No, you mean do research. Flavia knows for research. But now we are going to talk about mistake. Mistake. Right. Monica Marquez, right. Isabel, right. Maria's right, as usual. Also Fede.
Make a mistake.
Yes. Magdalena's right. Jose Morales, Rolando, Aliabel.
Well done.
Maria de las Mercedes, Claudia.
Let's move to the next one. You ready for the next one now?
Ready for the next one.
Money.
Okay, I think Pedro is also right. Maria Perez. And then we start with money now. What is it do or make? Flavia also make. Yes, Monica, that's correct. Monica Marquez is correct. Claudia, ¿dónde es? Yes, Fede, they're all right.
Yeah.
Brenda, Mercedes, Maria,
make money.
They're all right. It's make money. Make money.
Very important collocation. Next one, business.
This is a bit tricky now. Business. What do you think about business? Is it make or is it do? I don't know if make money. Aurora is answer or Sarah. We're not getting any right. Okay, that's Claudia right. Maria is right. Dam is right.
Olga, well right. Done. Yep, Gemma's got it.
Feather's right. Ali
do business.
Right.
So do business, make money. Try to remember those two together. If you do business, you make money.
Money, right.
Next word is arrangements. Do or make.
Oh, arrangement. We were talking a lot about this because I didn't know how to say it in Spanish. And we got to the conclusion that it was organizar o preparar o concertar.
And to give you a clue, it's the same collocation as with plans. So you arrangements and you plans. It's the same word.
Okay, Flavia is right, do business. And Monica, you're wrong. Claudia is right, Pedro is right, Victor is right, Ali is right, Maria is right, Claudia is right. Now,
Yeah,
Orlando,
you got this. Make arrangements and make plans.
Como organizar algo, ¿no? To organize something, to prepare something.
Have you made arrangements for the weekend, Monica?
Yeah.
Have you made any arrangements?
We're going to go hiking.
Wow.
We're for the first time in 3 months, I think. My God. Are we going
I
to
hope
go
you
to
get good weather.
Why? Is the weather forecast not good?
I have no idea, no, but it's been very strange. The weather's been very strange here in Valencia.
No, here it's been quite hot, but with every now and then we get a storm, which I'm really happy when we get a storm because it's too hot. It gets too hot, and
it gets too hot.
You cannot sleep. You cannot live. So you cannot make
Let's continue because we only have 5 minutes left. So tea, coffee, cocktails, food, and drink. Make or do.
So what do we do that? With tea and coffee and cocktails? I think Craig explained it quite well. This difference between the make. In this case, he said it at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, answer for this. Good, Carlos.
Yes,
good.
Well done, Carlos. Well done, Brenda.
Also, Dam.
Well done, Victor. You've got it. We make drink and food. Again, the idea of creating something. Make a cup of tea. Make a coffee. Make a nice dessert. Make a cake. Next one, the washing up, which is my task in the house.
This is tricky. Fregar los platos.
Yeah.
This is fregar in Spain. In Spanish from Spain, we say fregar los platos. Hola.
And it's also the same collocation with washing, with clothes as well. So washing up would be dishes, laundry, plates, cups, saucers, cutlery.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Making tea sounds British, somebody says. Yeah, you're right, Jose Diego. Gemma, do, right, is... I said
you said it. Do the washing up. Tareas de casa. Do the cleaning, do the ironing, do the laundry, do the washing up, etc.
Yeah. Do.
And just to check, the bed. Do or make?
The bed. This was a big... I asked Craig about that. It doesn't make any sense.
No sense whatsoever. No sense.
Doesn't make any sense. So, what is it?
Do or make?
Do or make? No, do the washing up. Okay, we already said. Good, Monica. Damn, good. Mercedes, right? You're right. Carlos is right.
And the answer, right. Make.
Make the bed.
So the bed is the exception in the house. Everything else you do. Do the shopping, do the cleaning. Next word, a decision.
A decision, yeah. Edu's make the bed. Noelia, let's see. Make your bed. We're still with make the bed. I think it was too quick. They didn't have time to write. You have to write the bed quickly.
I'm going quicker because we have to. You have to finish at 8, right? So we only have a few minutes.
Dan is right, I think. I said this. I said that either you say this or take. That is more common to say. Right, Noelia. Inma,
Rolando has it. Inma has it.
Right. Yes.
Rodolfo says we're doing a great job. That's another good collocation. To do a good job. Yeah. Thank you, Rolando. We're doing a good job. Thank you very much. The answer to decision is make. You make a decision.
And the last one. Exercise and sport.
What do you think? This is the last collocation.
It's a repetitive activity. Usually you do it every week. Some people every day. Some people like Craig, they do it every day.
Not at the moment, Monica. Not during the lockdown. No.
I'm a disaster. I'm a disaster. Yes. Right. You're that. Right. Belén, Fede, Olga, they're all right. Olga, right. Gemma,
Doing
right.
sport and doing
Gemma,
exercise.
All right. All right.
So you do exercises for physical fitness, but you also do English exercises. When you do your homework, you're also doing exercises in your notebooks or online.
Yeah.
And with sports, yes, you do sport, but maybe another week, Monica, we can look at sports that you play, sports that you do, and sports that you go. Because you go skiing, you go skateboarding, you go swimming, you play football, you play basketball, you play tennis, but you do yoga, you do judo, and you do karate, and you do Pilates. So maybe another week we can look at those groups of collocations with sports. That's interesting also.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, because this has been really nice to share these moments with you, this competition of do and make. And a lot of people participated.
Yep.
So, and I hope you join us next week because I'm a bit jealous because they all come to Craig and they don't come to me.
Yes, please come and join us next week on Monica's Facebook page. Monica, how can they get to us? I'll obviously put on this Facebook page the link so that you can join us next week on Monica's page, but maybe tell them how they can also get to your Facebook page.
Facebook, el blog para aprender inglés. Exactly. But instead of the 3 W's, you say just Facebook. Bye. That's it.
Okay. So we'll be back next week for another Facebook Live. Thank you for keeping us company and being with us this week. And don't make any mistakes with do and make in the future.
Try not to make so many mistakes. But if you do, just repeat them lots of times. It's just a thing of repetition until you get it here. That's the important thing. Okay, thank you very much.
We'll say goodbye. Just before we go, I'm from Mention Inglés. My name's Craig, if you don't know me. And I also have a podcast that you can find at inglespodcast.com. Monica?
Yes, and I'm from Mónica Stocker from Blog para Aprender Inglés or Blog del Inglés. So there you can find many resources. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much.
Have a good weekend. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.